Man, I'd thought I was never going to escape that, spooky dimension. Who is it now? I better answer the door to find out. Well, hello there. I'm another one of Santa's messengers. They came here to inform you that Santa has been kidnapped by an evil mad scientist. I came here because I want you to save Santa. And of course, save Christmas. But the problem is that the mad scientist has traveled back in time. And of course, Santa is trapped in that timeline. So, it's up to you to travel back in time to save Santa and Christmas once and for all. Oh, Santa's been captured. All these disappointed children. Well, I guess that's that. Seriously, why does that bad scientist want Santa anyways? There's no time to explain. You must go, quickly. Oh, and I've also borrowed the DeLorean time machine from Doc Brown himself. He said that I can use the DeLorean time machine to save Christmas. Alright, let's go! Okay. Well, guess I better go in the DeLorean. Well, it's December already, and you know what that means! It's time for another Otaku Bandito Christmas special! Here we are. Hey, wait a minute. Is it me, or does that person look exactly like me, except a past counterpart of me? Well, hello there. Who are you? I'm you from the future. Okay, like, how far from the future are you? Like, 1 week from the future, 2 weeks from the future, a month from the future, 5 months from the future, 10 months from the future, or a year from the future? Just asking. Nope, you are wrong. It's actually 11 years from the future. Yeah, I was sent back in time to rescue Santa from the threats of Dr. Mato Scientisuto. Wow. 11 years from the future? Could it possibly get any more confusing? Well, I guess in your time that there's Transformers 12. And I would guess in your time that there's a 20 WarioWare games, including one on the new DS Mark II. Just saying. Nope, you're wrong again. The 2017 Transformers movie, released 10 years from the future, is actually the last one that they did, and well, they pretty much made a movie about Bumblebee, and from 11 years from the future now, Bumblebee would get to transform into a Volkswagen Beetle, and you would finally have, like, Transformers original G1 style ones. Oh, and about WarioWare. Well, the series has been dormant for a long time. Ever since Game & Wario came out. Yeah, that's 2013. It's not going to be released in your time from up until several years from now. And yeah, there's gonna be a new WarioWare game released from 11 years from now on the a new handheld Nintendo system. Yeah, that's not important. What is important, however, is, well, Dr. Mado Scientisuto has captured Santa, and I have been sent back in time to rescue him. Yeah, he of course has built a giant robot of destruction, and if I don't rescue Santa, Christmas will be forever gone. So, I gotta destroy Dr. Mado Scientisuto's robot while saving Christmas at the same time. Oh, what's that over there? A Transformers game on the PlayStation 2? Well, I've came to the right place at the right time. Why? Because, as I said before, there's going to be a new Bumblebee movie coming out 11 years from the future. Well, it's time for me to take a look at it. Yeah, it's the new Transformers game on PlayStation 2. It just came out several months ago. Now keep in mind, I don't have a PlayStation 3 system yet. They were expensive when they first came out a year ago, and still are expensive to this very day. I wish I could get a hold of one, but they're pretty expensive. Anyways, I guess you can't rush a movie or a game too often, because the franchise would be dying in its tracks. Yeah. Hopefully I'll wait 11 years from now for that great stuff to happen. Oh, you will. It would be worth the wait. 11 years into the future. You would get to have not only the greatest Transformers movie out there, but the best WarioWare game yet. Well, I'm off to review a game, and I'll be sitting on your futon. So, see ya. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I have to deal with the great cataclysm happening right now. And Dr. Mado Scientisuto is building a giant robot. I think he has it constructed by now. So, see you later, alligator. Well, it looks like I've traveled back in the year 2007. Yeah, 2007 was a great year. We had WarioWare Smooth Moves, the iPhone, the first iPhone, to be exact, and a Transformers movie. The first live-action Transformers movie. Alright. Happy Christmas, everyone. And welcome to another Otaku Bandito Christmas special. Alright, 'tis the season to review a Transformers game because Bumblebee is coming out. Yep. A movie about the Transformers character Bumblebee is coming out in theaters. And for the first time in live action, he's finally transforming into a Volkswagen Beetle. Well, we had to wait like 11 years just to see Bumblebee transform in what we wanted to transform into a Volkswagen Beetle. Because in the first Transformers movie, he didn't transform into a Volkswagen Beetle. He transformed into a Chevrolet Camaro. Yeah, one of the various imitators of the Ford Mustang. Yeah. I'm glad they transformed into a Volkswagen Beetle. Because that's what he transformed into in the original G1 cartoon itself. Alright, enough talk about Bumblebee. Let's go on to reviewing Transformers the game on PlayStation 2. Alright. Let me tell you a history lesson before we go on to reviewing the game. Alright, so back in the day, aside from Beast Wars Transmetals, and Transformers on PlayStation 2, the game based on Transformers Armada, if you wanted a Transformers game, you had to import one all the way from Japan. Why? Because a lot of Transformers games back then were mainly being released in Japan. And you had to spend an arm and a leg just to import it over there. Yeah. So, lots of Transformers games back then were only being released in Japan. Well, that doesn't include Transformers on the Commodore 64, Beast Wars, Transmetals, and Transformers on PlayStation 2. That's based on Transformers Armada. It only includes the various Transformers games that were released as Japan exclusives. But that was until Transformers the game was released in 2007 to coincide with the movie. Yeah. This was the first time in a long time that we actually got a Transformers game. And of course, nowadays, there's tons of Transformers games released in the Western Hemisphere. You got like Transformers War of Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Transformers Devastation, you name it. But at the time, this was the only Transformers game aside from Transformers on the Commodore 64, Beast Wars Transmetals, and Transformers on the PlayStation 2, the game based on Transformers Armada, that we've actually got. And it's about time. Alright, so inside the the game case itself, you don't get very much. You don't get like a manual. I believe the game would have came with a manual back in the day, but I lost it though. You just get like the game disc itself. Yep, there it is. It's a Transformers game disc. No memory card holder. And yeah, keep in mind this was a late release on the PlayStation 2. This was released a year after the PlayStation 3 came out. Alright, let's fire up the PlayStation 2 and take a look at the first Transformers game. Well, the first Transformers game based on a movie. Based on a Transformers movie, at least. Alright, let's do it. Let's cut to the chase. Yeah, please keep in mind that I don't have access to my DVD recorder in the year 2007. So, I'm gonna record the game footage the old-fashioned way. Yep, there's the Activision logo. Remember that? I'm sure a lot of you Call of Duty players get memories by watching that screen. Yeah, and there's the Traveler's Tales logo. They're the same company that made a lot of Lego games, including Bionicle Heroes. I might want to take a look at that game someday. Licensed by Hasbro. Yeah, it's a Paramount, because, well, it's a movie tie-in. DreamWorks. Yeah. They're the same movie studio that has made Shrek. Remember those movies? I love the Shrek movies. Shrek needs no introduction.
Our once proud race.
Yeah, there's the intro. Yeah, basically telling the backstory of Transformers. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. It's basically the same backstory that we've heard a lot in a lot of Transformers series. Although Peter Cullen does a good job voicing it. It's interesting to note that he actually does the voice of Optimus Prime, not only in the movie itself, but in the game that the movie is based on, and he's also done the voice for Optimus Prime in the original cartoon. So, nice touch there. Definitely a thumbs up. Yeah, it's basically showing you some of the Transformers. Yeah. I've already touched upon the DS version, so I'm reviewing the PlayStation 2 version. It's also no different to the PC version. Yeah. It's a fairly decent intro cinematic for its time. Yeah. Michael Bay won't be directing the Bumblebee movie, by the way. It's Travis Knight. Although it's said that he'll be producing it. One shall stand, one shall fall. Classic quote, by the way. Yeah, Transformers the game. Yeah, so the game has several features. Actually has 3 features, not several of them. It has, new game, load game, and options. Options, basically an options menu. No need to explain about that. Alright, start a new game. Well, actually it does have several features. There's the campaign, bonus features, and credits. Bonus features is the bonus content in the game itself. It's pretty cool. Several games have this. You can watch bonus movies, and of course, unlock them as you, you can unlock several bonus items and, of course, use them, or view them as you play the game. Pretty cool. Alright, let's go on to the campaign. I think credits is just the names of the guys who made the game. Cool thing about this game is that you can either play as an Autobot or a Decepticon. Yep, it's one of those games where you actually get to play as the bad guys. Yep, good or evil. Alright, let's choose Autobot because Bumblebee is coming out and Bumblebee is an Autobot. The suburbs. Yeah. And of course, the back of the box says destroy. The back of the box says protect or destroy, which is exactly what you'll be doing in the game, playing as either an Autobot or Decepticon. Which side will you choose? Yeah, I mainly go for the Autobots because they're the good guys. Although some of the Decepticons that I've seen are pretty cool. In fact, several of them. Yeah. Bumblebee has landed on Earth. Pretty appropriate since the Bumblebee movie has actually came out. Well, actually, didn't Bumblebee land on Earth like several years ago? Yeah, it's kind of strange, isn't it? I think that's what Bumblebee's backstory is. Yeah. I think if I remember correctly in the movie itself, I think Sam Witwicky himself, played by Shia LaBeouf, comes across an old Camaro, and of course it's Bumblebee. Yeah. Well, Sam Witwicky is in this game, but that's a good thing to lots of people. You can take your wins if you want. Yeah, and of course, well, did you see that? In order to transform into your ultimate mode, you press the triangle button. Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. It definitely does feel like that we're actually playing a Transformers game. That's one thing that I like about this game. Another thing that I like is the destruction engine. You can cause lots of mayhem. And of course it's more fun when you're playing as a Decepticon because they're the villains, they're the bad guys. Yeah, there's Bumblebee fighting against generic enemies, and they both look like Swindle, a toy released in the 2007 Transformers toy line. Of course, his alt mode resembles a Chevrolet Cobalt. I don't know why, of course, they had to make a car that resembled the Chevrolet Cobalt. Since they got the license from General Motors, they could have just made a Cobalt and called it a day. Yeah, it's just me. But I don't like the Cobalt, though. Not a big fan of it. I prefer the Ford Focus. Oh, yeah! Let's fight those Decepticons. Can't remember how to use the gun. Oh, use R2. Yeah. Yeah, Bumblebee sees other Transformers. Alright. One thing that I don't like about this game is this cheeky camera. Makes it hard to focus. I wish that that they didn't include that shaky cam. I just think it will make it easier to play. Oh, there's the cops. Gotta take out that big Decepticon that transforms into a pickup truck. Oh man, that's not fair. That's cheating, man. You're gonna get it. Yeah. Not much else to say about this game. Yeah, I like the destruction engine. And I like the fact that you can transform into another alt mode, albeit it's a car or a jet or a helicopter. It definitely adds depth to the game. It makes it feel like that you're actually playing a Transformers game. You're actually playing as a Transformer. But the things I don't like about the game are the shaky cam. It certainly makes me feel disoriented and it makes things harder to focus. Oh. Gotta get those Decepticons. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Not so fast, truck former. Yeah. So, that's all I gotta say about this game. It's more Decepticons. Alright, let's go on to the conclusion. So, in conclusion, Transformers, the game, is the first Transformers game based on a live-action Transformers movie. Alright, let's talk about the pros and cons about this game, shall we? The pros. There's actually several of them. Alright, so I actually like the fact that you get to play as both a giant robot and a vehicle. Albeit a car or jet or a helicopter. You get to transform into your alt mode by pressing the triangle button or whatever kind of button is on the other version of the game, like the Xbox 360. I think there might have been like an Xbox 360 version of that game released at one point. It definitely does make you feel like a Transformer, and of course adds a lot of enjoyment to the game. I like the destruction engine. It's a lot of fun destroying things in this game, especially if you're playing as a Decepticon and you're causing havoc and terror. Yeah. But if you're playing as an Autobot, you wouldn't want to cause any destruction because, well, you're supposed to be fighting on the side of good. Although there are good guys who have caused collateral damage, like Superman from Man of Steel. Yeah, that movie, of course, won't be released another several years in this timeline that I'm currently in. Yeah. And I definitely like the fact that Peter Cullen does the voice for Optimus Prime. He's the real Optimus Prime because he did the voice for Optimus Prime in the original Transformers Generation 1 cartoon itself. And he also did the voice for Optimus Prime in the Transformers movie itself. Yeah. Definitely a nice touch. And of course, I like the fact that you get to unlock extra content in the game. Several games have this. And of course, it definitely adds replay value to the game. And of course, you would replay the game over and over, just to see what kind of things you have unlocked. Alright, let's move on to the cons. And I don't think there are that many cons that are worth talking about. Alright, I don't like the shaky cam. I understand why they had to do this to make you feel as if you're shaking the ground beneath you because you're so heavy, but I don't like it. It makes me feel disoriented, and it makes things harder to focus, especially if you're playing on the harder levels. Just makes things more annoying for me. And of course, I don't like the fact that that there are a limited number of Transformers that you can play as. I like the fact that you get to play as Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. Those are the famous ones, but I would have loved to play as Brawl and cause some havoc around the city in a tank. Yeah, that would have been awesome, but I don't think you get to play as Brawl in the game itself. Although you do get to play as Blackout and Starscream. Yeah, don't expect to be playing as Landmine because he doesn't make an appearance in this game. Yeah, and well, the game can get repetitive at times. Yeah, don't expect much variation in this game. I don't think that there's much variation, like, in the game itself. It's understandable because of the movie tie-in. Yeah. Alright, so, I'd only recommend Transformers, the game, for hardcore Transformers fans. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's actually a good game, but there's far better Transformers games out there nowadays, like Transformers Fall for Cybertron, Transformers War for Cybertron, Transformers Devastation, you name it. There's definitely lots of choices, and the second game, the sequel to the game, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, that would be released 2 years prior to this game, would actually be improved upon the first game. It actually has like an Autobot aero unit for the first time. Yep, I think his name is Breakaway. Yeah, that's strange considering that Transformers Revenge of the Fallen just wasn't as good as the original movie. Yeah. It's definitely an inferior movie to the original, if you ask me. But as a game, it improves upon the first game in every way. Alright, I give this game a rating of a 7 out of 10. It's good, but it could have been better. And of course, it definitely did improve when the second game came out. Yeah. Alright, so this concludes my review of Transformers, the game, on PlayStation 2 and other consoles like PlayStation 3 and Xbox and the PC. Well, I think there might have been an Xbox 360 version of Transformers, the game released at one point. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, I've got some business to take care of. I still gotta save Santa. Let's destroy that big hunk of metal! All units, fire well! Here it is, Mr. Bandito, the Metacafe version 1.0. Be careful out there. It's a real tough mech to take down. Okay, I'll be careful, Mr. Snowman. I don't know how tough the Metacafe would be to take down, but it does sound like a tough enemy, though. So, want a fair fight, eh? Well, I'll give you a fair fight. Please prepare to meet my old food. Who's that? Now take this! You oversized tin can. Alright, when the zapper fails, it's time for me to bust out the good old MK-87 shotgun. You think you can stop me? Well, you must have some nerve to go up against my newest invention, the Metacafe version 1.0, the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. Oh my god, it's Dr. Metacafe Tsuto. I should have known it was you. Well, when everything else fails, it's time for me to bust out my most powerful weapon of them all. Yeah! How do you like that for a weapon? Legend has it that it was forged in another plane. Alright, let's do this. See how long your mech can sustain this powerful lightning bolts. If only I can hold this in for longer. Alright, it's time for me to aim for the head. What? How is this possible? Oh no, the thing that I've worked so hard on and spent a long time constructing is now ruined. I will never be able to conquer the world now. You haven't seen the last of me, Mr. Bandito. We will meet again! Yeah, that's right. I always trust this old girl. Yeah. And, she's one of my best girls, along with Mona. Alright, let's go back to the DeLorean and go back to my present time. Ho ho ho! Thank you for saving me, Mr. Bandito! How could I ever repay you? Well, it looks like you go on a nice list this year. I might give you a reward for saving me, but you'll have to wait until Christmas to get it. I'm glad I traveled back in time just to save you. You you, Santa, are a merry, jolly person. Well, I cannot wait to see what that reward is that you gave to me. Oh, and I'll be putting out cookies and milk for you, 'cause I do that every year. Well, I would like to stay with you for longer, but I don't. I just don't have time to stay with you humans. I have to do some informing to Santa's elves. So, Merry Christmas, and have yourself a Happy New Year. I'll be going. Oh, that's that, I suppose. Alright. It's time for me to relax, and what better way to relax than playing me some WarioWare Inc. Mega Party Games.